Hey guys, back for the review of the second Huawei shirasaya that I had. Received it about 2 weeks ago, and where we've had snow in the UK, I've had a bit of time to really crack on with this one. Again, Jackie from Huawei was very helpful because, as I mentioned in my last video, I'm very fussy with my specs. I went the other way with this one compared to the last one. The last one was very subtle with the Hamon. This one went back the other way. As I said, this is my second shirasaya project, but my third Huawei overall. The first one was completely mounted by them, and it had a Choji Hamon. I wasn't very happy with the actual Sugata, the overall shape of it, but I ended up selling it, and as I said, I went for this one, which was more subtle, and then I thought, no, I want to go the other way again to just expand the collection a bit more. So this one turned up, obviously in shirasaya. Again, I've done all the mounting myself. After the last one, I had some lessons that I learnt. To start off with the Suka, the wrap underneath the Same is the join is very tight. On the last one it's split. This one I took into account for shrinkage. The same thing with the Emperor node. You can see it there, it's bang on centre. This one, me and Jackie had a bit of a misunderstanding. I think he was under a bit of pressure around Christmas time. This is when I was meant to receive this blade. What I usually do with Huawei is put a deposit down, 25%, and then from there I wait until I get pictures of the blade, and then if I'm happy with the blade, we then to the full transaction. Excuse me. And Jackie sent me pictures, and I'm very specific with my specs. I note absolutely everything down, and if you look at this one, you'll see a bohi, however you want to pronounce it, and Jackie somehow forgot that. I don't mind small details, like within the millimeters, but when you miss out a bohi, it's a big thing. As I said, this Hamon is extremely active. Bit in the eye there. Anyway, sorry. It's throughout the blade. Bit more there. The other thing to note was when I asked for the Kisaki, should have been again, excuse my pronunciation, Ikubai. Very short, stout Kisaki. It should be the same width as the Saki Haba, so it should have been as wide there as it is there, and I believe instead of that I've got Chew, which is short but not quite as short as I'd like it. But again, I'm not gonna fuss and cry over it. The big thing with this one was the Sori. The Sori is at the Suba. It's based on a Nihonto that I saw online. Heian period, late Heian, early Kamakura style, Tachi, and I love the way that it's come out. I mean, to my knowledge, I don't know any other production sword brands that can achieve this kind of Sugata. Dare I even say it, or even relate it to the likes of Pavel Bolf. His swords are extremely beautiful, but some of us can't afford $4,000 swords. This is nowhere near his level of quality and his craftsmanship, but it is very, very good for what I paid for it. Extremely good. The shirasaya cost me $380, and I believe that's because of the bohai, and the hamon, how active in the polish. The nagasa on this is 69 centimeters, and again with the wide motor harbor at 34mm, a very narrow saki harbor at 20 millimeters. It's very comparing it to the other Huawei where it's shorter and it feels a lot more what's the word, tip heavy. The point of balance is around the 4-5 inch where it should be, but it feels there's more behind it, which I like. As I said, that one is extremely nimble, extremely nimble. The other thing that I had a bit of I was a bit upset about with Jackie is it seemed a bit rushed. The cargo under the Suka should have been in, again, forgive my pronunciation, Kijimomo, which is where it comes in from the Habaki and then narrows down again, so you can narrow your Suka right down. He didn't do that. It's just a normal Nakago. And the other thing was I always ask for the smith to sign the sword, the Mei, and he didn't do that either. But again, I'm not going to cry over it. You don't see it. The sword has turned out great overall, so I'm happy. But they were my two little things I need to get aired, if you want. But again, the bohai on this, the termination mirror dome, is extremely well done. The blade actually got a bit of a recommendation, a bit of a, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Pavel both turned around and said that the work was nice on the blade, which is always, I'll take that as a big compliment from someone of his level. To the stuff I done, the Suka Ito is the same as the last one. It's the dark brown nubuck from Namikawa. The Fuchi and Kashira are antique, and I got them over here. Compared to the last sword, the kosher on this was cheaper than the production stuff, which I can't quite work out. I know I got raped on that one, but this one, I think I ended up paying about £100 for both Fuchi and Kashira, which is really, really good. I'm extremely happy with that. The Manuki are off of another sword, off a Yari no Hanzo. It's just a cherry blossom. But yeah, this sword, I haven't cut with it yet, but it feels great. It does feel. The best way to describe it is tip heavy, but not unwieldy. It will cut. It is extremely sharp. No questions there. Huawei do a great job on the polish as well. Moving on to the sire, the buffalo horn, amber, kurigata, and the kojiri. I have fun doing this. I haven't done a kojiri yet, but I actually had to put a little pin. I decided to drill a little hole in it and cut a pin down, put it in it, and whilst it was setting the glue, it kind of just sat there and stayed in. That was good fun. The Sageo is, again, forgive my pronunciation, but Sanada even. Sanada. which is, again, I got off eBay. I saw someone else on Facebook. They actually received it just before I received mine, and as soon as I saw the pictures, I was so glad I bought it. It is gorgeous. You can see it, dark blue, gold and white. It works really well, and that's what made me decide to go with the dark gloss blue with the Saya. It all works really well, and I can't wait to cut with it. Hopefully when the weather's a bit better over here in the UK and I can get some beach mats in, I can get out and do a bit more cutting. But can't fault Huawei on the blade front again. Extremely happy with how it's turned out. I'd still again put them up against anything that comes out of eBay, China. Very, very good swords for what you pay for. I think overall this one cost me around the same as that one, which I don't understand why, because I've got antique fittings on it. But you know, you live and learn. I don't think I'll deal with Hyper Cafe again from previous experiences, as I said. But you know, there's such a niche market out there for Handachi fittings, especially. Again, there's another thing on Facebook about the Handachi fittings the other day, and it's a shame that there's not more in production. You can go to specialists to make them. I'm not going to even try and pronounce it, but you know, I'm happy with how it's come out. Next thing on the list is an O-Tanto or a Ko-Wakizashi. To be a die show with this one, the newest one, and yeah, hopefully we can get a bit more, or hopefully I can keep uploading to the channel a bit more and keep you guys updated with what I have. I have a very, very limited collection, but it's nice to see that Huawei are really getting out into the sword market now. They are pushing boundaries, and for even their through hardened steel swords, the ones you put up against pretty much anything. The Spring Silver 9260, I think they are. When you can still buy them for $200 with the demand that they've got at the moment, I think it's really, really good. You learn extremely quickly how much goes into these for what you pay when you do it yourself, and I do recommend anyone that has the opportunity to do this to get a shirasaya if you can't make the sword yourself, and go from there. I'm lucky enough to have a forge and whatnot, and I'm slowly building from small knives upwards. As I said, I've attempted a katana, but that's on hold at the moment. Other projects and other priorities in the way of swords. So when the weather cheers up a bit and I can spend a bit more time outside, hopefully I can get a few more swords in as well. But yeah, I'm happy with the outcome of this one. The other thing I can note is I want to say thanks to Josh Marlin. He really helped me out on the Suka. I messaged him because I was a bit stuck on what to use for this bit to bring the Suka through, the Sukarito through. We both discussed it, and I mentioned how about shitadome, the bits that are usually on the Saya, on the Kurigata, and he said yeah, it's a done thing. So yeah, again, thanks man for your help, appreciate it. All helps in such a niche community. But yeah, getting there slowly. Any other questions, do feel free to ask. Stick them in the comments below. I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Cheers guys.